Welcome to SolidCAM Professor. I'm Sydney, your SolidCAM Professor, with one of many videos available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. In this recording, we'll be showing you how to work with a spot drill inside our drilling operations. If we were to go into our operation of drilling, we'll choose our geometry. Now, in this particular case, I'd like to work on all of the holes on this particular surface, so I'll just click on that surface to get every single hole for that surface. We'll continue on by choosing our tool. If I go into select, in this particular case, I already have a spot drill over here of 12 millimeters. If I want, I can always go and create a spot drill over here as well. I'll just go and choose a tool that I have over here, the 12 millimeter spot drill. Next, we'll go on to our levels. Our upper level is that surface over there. Now the question is, where do I need to go as far as my drill depth? Well, I'd like to have the spot drill go in deep enough that it just hits that particular diameter and maybe even give it a little bit of a chamfer. For that, we'll use the option of diameter value. Now, to understand the drill depth in this particular case, let's take a look at the diagram that I prepared. What we'd like to do is as follows. We'd like to have this particular tool, which is 12 millimeters in diameter and has a 90-degree point at the bottom, to reach this diameter of the hole, which in this particular case is 7 millimeters. Now, the depth that I wanted to go down is enough that this diameter of the tool gets to this depth over here. In other words, the very top depth of that particular surface. So let's go back now to our operation itself, and we'll take a look exactly what we need to do. As far as my drill depth, I want my drill depth to go to that surface over there. But I want to have a specific diameter value of the tool hitting that surface. So for that, I use the option of diameter value. By diameter value, I can either write in the value over here, or if I don't know the value of that particular hole, all I have to do is click on diameter value and just click on the edge of that particular hole and accept that. The diameter value will be put in there automatically. Now, if I want to create a little bit of a chamfer on that particular hole, all I have to do is just add a little to my drill depth. For example, if I want another 0.2 millimeters, I'll just write 0.2 millimeters in depth, and it will automatically take into account also the angle of the tool that I'm using. Now let's just go into our technology, and we'll go a little further into that a little later on. You'll note that we have our sorting. We'll just leave it for now at default. And we also have our drill cycle type. In our drill cycle type, we have several different options of the cycle type depending on the capabilities of your particular controller. For example, in this particular case, this machine has drilling, F-drill, which is drilling with a dwell time at the bottom. We have peck drill, where it'll go up and down, going deeper every single time for pecking operations, and tapping. We have several others over here, but that's machine specific. At this particular point, I'd like to just talk about drilling. Drilling is just going in and out. One step in, one step out. We'll do save and calculate, and let's take a look at our simulation. Now, in order to see the exact depth of our drill, I'd like to actually work, in this particular case, in our wireframe, looking from the side of the part itself so we can see all of these holes. Now, let's do this one step at a time. As you see, the tool will go down to its upper level, which is, in this particular case, 10 millimeters, less 2 millimeters for the safety distance. So we have -8 as shown over here. Now my next step will bring it down exactly to where it needs to go. If I zoom in, you can see it's going down with a little bit of a chamfer going into the hole as well. And that's controlled automatically by the diameter value depth. Going up, going over to the next step, and then so on and so forth. Going down on each one to the exact level that it needs to go down. If you take a look at Solid Verify, you'll see the exact same thing. It goes down to each one of those holes exactly to the diameter that it needs to go down to. For more videos on SolidCAM Professor, please go to our website, www.solidcam.com, and look for the tab called SolidCAM Professor. Thank you for joining us on SolidCAM Professor. Take care and have a nice day.